So we are at the beginning of WordPress 6.1 development cycle. We are right now here, and documentation focus leads are working on preparing everything. So what we have now at this point, Birgit created an issue in Gutenberg GitHub repository for tracking all the dev notes and everything that should be documented for development perspective. I created a project in GitHub project in WordPress organization for tracking everything from track. Where is the rest of the WordPress developed? And I already added track tickets that are closed. So what I want to do now is automate adding items to this project from our other GitHub repository, which is documentation issue tracker. When issue is labeled with 6.1 label, I want that issue to automatically appear here. So let's start working. This is the repo documentation issue tracker. And this is the place where we track all issues with documentation, complete documentation in WordPress. We are not writing documentation here in the code. We do that in some of the issues. So right now, I already have a couple of workflows here created, and I'm just going to replicate this one. So this workflow is when issue is labeled with contributor documentation label, then it will be added to this project I created for managing work on documenting what we do in Docs, our processes. So that is Docs handbook. So I'm going to use this, and I have to change only a couple of things, project URL and the label. What I already have and what you need to make this workflow is GitHub token. So you can find that on this URL. This is the action I used. And you can find here all the other options that you can set for your workflow. What I needed is just labeling issue and based on a label. So this is what you need. You need to create new personal access token with repo and project scopes. So when you do that with your own user, then you add that as a secret in the repo where you are going to set the workflow. And it's here, secrets, actions. So I added it here, and the way I named it here, I'm going to use it with, where is it? I'm going to use it in my workflow. So I'm going to use it all over again for every workflow I need. And once that is done, when you add that, you have it for usage in every workflow. So I'm going to see this raw just to copy it. And then I'm going to create new workflow. You go to actions, new workflow, set up a workflow yourself, paste. So I want to add 6.1 issues to 6.1 docs project. When issue is labeled, I have pull requests here as well. I don't really need that. When issue is labeled with 6.1 label. So let me go here. This is my 6.1 label. Add it here. You can have multiple labels, just separating with comma, this, and then use label operator, which can be or. That means issue that has either of these labels, or you can add and, which is I want issues with all these labels, which is really great, but I don't need that right now. I just need 6.1. I need to change project URL to this one. Okay, and I'm going to change this name to add to 6.1 project, something like that. Start commit, new branch, able to merge, and I'm just going to skip this, commit. So we have this now, and I am going to test it. Let's see here. Here it is. I'm going to test it by going to any issue. Let me find one that I already created so I don't ping anyone. Okay. And I'm gonna add 6.1 here. So you can watch what's happening here. Let's see. This is notify team. This is another workflow I created, which will just mention someone in a comment, depending on the label. But this is it, add 6.1 issues to 6.1 docs project. So this is completed. I can go here and let me see where is my, here it is, with no components. So right now I can work with it. I can add docs type here, component, whatever. It already sees that I'm assigned. And this is great with these GitHub projects under organization, because you can add anyone in organization here. So this is good. I'm going to remove this label, but when I remove it from here, it will not remove it from the project, because we don't have workflow for that. I can do that just manually, but that's not what I want to automate. I just want to automate adding issues to this project. So that's what we can do so far with automatization of documenting WordPress release. And we are constantly trying to find new ways. So if you have an idea, just come to Docs channel, Docs Slack channel in WordPress Workspace, and just give us a shot.